clicked on this episode for a reason. Whether it's to be reminded of who you are, where you were, how far you came, and where you're going. In this episode, I'm gonna remind you of all that, whether gently, you know, or pretty assertive. I'm going to do whatever I feel that the energy calls for. Yeah, I hope you receive what you need to receive. You may be feeling anxious, frustrated, burnt out, angry, or a multitude of emotions. I want to validate them because your feelings are valid, though the thoughts behind it may not be true. It's okay. Feel them. Feel your emotions. You know how sometimes when you look at a situation and it may trigger you right away, you react to it. Then, when you take a step back, have more information, your perspective change, though the feelings that you felt and feeling is still valid. Feel them. Don't hold all of that inside. You can express yourself through dance, like you do, put on a song that you can really relate to, how you feeling or what you're going through, and dance it out. Movement, exercise. You can even write poetry, perform some of your previous ones, or listen to others that could relate to you in this particular moment. I wanted to remind you, even if you don't believe it at this time, that you're a fucking badass. You really are. You have done so much up until this point. Even if you feel that at this point in time, you're a failure, that's pretty harsh. Pretty harsh to label yourself such when all the evidence up until this point points otherwise. You're resilient. You are amazing. You're so persistent. You really are. People say you may be stubborn, though it's both. Stubborn and persistence. When you put your mind to something, you put your mind to something. You really do. And that's so admirable. You're going somewhere. Remember your why. Remember why you're doing the things you're doing. You made the decisions that you did for a reason. And the past, you did the best that you could with what you knew. You made the decisions from the point that you knew. Now that you're at the point now, I understand you're moping or might be in the depths of your emotions or you even burnt out and feel numb. Remember, or ask yourself now, why did you do what you did? And where are you going? Where do you want to go? What do you want? Answer that question. Why are you doing all this? It might come out as, a statement. There might not be as much emotions into it, and it might not seem reasonable as it once did before. Depending on your circumstance or when you're listening to this, it's okay. Take a breath, take a breather. It's okay, even if it doesn't feel like it. How do I know? I've been there, you know? Yeah, we all have our ups and downs. So, let me refocus your mind on something else. What are you grateful for? Think about it. Look around. What are you grateful for? What do you have? Who do you have? Where are you? There's so much to be grateful for. Clothes, family, friends, people that loves you, you know, even when you feel like you are not lovable. There are people that loves you and you're worthy of the love. Look around you. What do you have? You know, whether it's gifts other people gave you, whether you brought yourself or got it for free, whatever it may be, that's something to be grateful for. That's a form of abundance. For real. What else? Think about the times in your lives, in your life, on the highlights, for real. Think of the highlights. Those are still a part of your life. Now, what brings you joy? What brings you joy? Think about it. Think, think. You need some help? I got you. What brings you joy is dancing. You love to dance. Put on some music. You may not want to sing, and that's okay. But you love to sing too. You love to sing, you love to dance. Whether alone or with others. You especially love being on stage and on camera. You might have forgotten, you might have not. You enjoy those things. You love performing. With the mic, yes, yes. You love speaking. You love presenting. You love telling stories and performing poetry. You love writing. You love writing poetry. I'm not sure if you did any of these things as of late, though those are lovely outlets that you express your emotions. It's a great outlet to let out the tension of frustration, of anxiety, and help you feel again if you're feeling numb or overwhelmed. You know, I know it may feel tough sometimes, though you can just start small, super, super small. You can shrug your shoulders to music, to the music in your head, to this episode, even. You can move side to side. Start simple. Start real simple. You can even write a poem about writer's block, or write a poem about nothing. Absolutely nothing. It could be one word, nothing. And that will be it. That's still a poem. It is. What else brings you joy? You love spending time with family. You love spending time with friends. You love telling stories, hearing stories, listening to podcasts, watching movies, going outside in nature. You love these things. Even if it doesn't feel like it at this moment, when you do it in a consistent manner, because, feelings like it comes and goes sometimes, and your thoughts may get in the way of you actually enjoying the moment. In order to combat that, remember to be where your feet are, to be present in wherever you're doing, being mindful of your senses. So, when you hang out with friends, actually hang out with friends. It might be tough to, hey, there's bills, or hey, there's this and that and whatever going on in your head, or your insecurities, or whatever it may be. Be in the present. Go for a hike, even if it's across the room. Even if it's just to get some water, walk and drink some water. Walk and use the bathroom, eat some food. If you haven't ate some food today, eat some food, drink some water. If you haven't took a shower today and it is past midnight, because sometimes you might be listening to this way past time, you know? It might be 5 a.m. when you're listening to this and you haven't slept yet. You can take a shower, get some rest. Yeah, you get to determine your schedule. If you are where I anticipate that you are at this moment, you get to determine your schedule. So, make time for yourself. Make time for the people you love. Make time for the things that you're working on. What are you working on? Think about it. If you don't know, what did you want to work on? What was it that you wanted to focus on? Hint, hint, hint. This podcast might be one of them. Heartfelt expressions with Katera Speaks. Yeah, you might want to make another episode talking about how you're feeling at this moment, documenting your journey. That could be a start. You can always come back to this episode. You can always create another one. Heck, you might even want to archive this whole podcast because of how you're feeling. I'm not sure. Though your words, your stories, your experience matter. It does. A lot of people are going to benefit from seeing your journey, from hearing your journey. It may not be perfect, and why should it be? You know? It's like a hero's journey, in a sense. Though you are conquering your own life, like stuff, your own dragons within your world. You know your analogies, you're very poetic. Your imagination is wild. So, face them. Face your fears. Without fear, there is no courage. You are courageous. You might have forgotten. You have done so many things that you were scared of. And you did a lot of them because you wanted to, you know, show others that it was possible. Now do that for yourself, not for others. You don't need to be that quote unquote role model, that picture perfect Asian. that that label is not necessary. And you don't have to be that vulnerable person either. You can be whoever you want to be. You really can. You just gotta decide. So be authentic. Be who you are now. And it may change from day to day. Your best can change from day to day. You know? We grow all the time. If that means that you're less social, that's okay. If that means that you're more social, that's also okay. You know, there's different phases of our life. And remember that one poem. You compared life to trees. Yeah, we have different seasons. We grow, our roots strong and sturdy, and address your necessities. And remember abundance that you have in your life. What is it? Abundance? What abundance do you have? Look around you. You have whatever you're listening to this. episode on. You have people in your life that cares about you. You have people that you yourself care about. You do. Even in the depths of your emotions, you still care. Even when you feel anxious, angry, sad, you still care. Though that does not mean you do not have boundaries. You can definitely, most certainly, have boundaries. Having boundaries does not mean that you don't love someone or you love someone less. Boundaries is also an act of self-love. Yeah, I remember saying unconditional love. I remember you and I saying, because you're listening and I'm speaking, we wanted unconditional love. Love without conditions. Though that does not mean unconditional tolerance for bullshit. There's two different things. Unconditional love is love without being earned. Love that is freely given because we want to, or someone wants to love you or love me. You know? Yes, we may have reasons why we love someone. People has flaws, mistakes, but we love people anyway. And we can love people from afar. We can love them close, we can love them from afar. Though we can also have boundaries. That's certainly important. Alright, what else? Segment 2, you're worthy regardless. I know you heard this multiple times from yourself, you know? But it's true. And it's true. You are worthy regardless. Worth is something to be recognized, not something to be earned. You're worthy of joy. You're worthy of peace. You're worthy of unconditional love and all your heart's desires. You're worthy regardless. No matter how much money in your bank account. No matter who you know or who knows you. No matter what you've done, what you do, and what you will do, you are worthy regardless. You are. You're worthy regardless of how you're feeling right now. Whether you feel like a failure, whether you feel like a disappointment, whether you feel as if the world is ending for you. You're worthy of all your heart's desires, of joy, of abundance, of prosperity. Let me remind you that you're here. You're listening to this right now. You're here listening to this right now. You're worthy regardless. You are. So, another question I want to ask you is, how can you make the most of what you have? Whether resources, whether your circumstance, whether the people in your life, the connections that they have or the connections that you have, and the things you already planned and may or may not have implemented. Make the most of it. Look back on your archives. Look back on the things that you already thought out, though may have been scared to go after because of whatever moment you're going through right now. You can do it. You can have everything you want. you want it, you got it. For real. You can receive everything that you want. Even if it does not even seem possible. Life can change in a second. Life can change in a minute, in a day, in hours, in months. It doesn't have to take years to get what you want, to have what you want. It doesn't. It may feel like it. Our fears may say, oh, it's not possible. Though it is. It really is possible. So how can you make the most of what you have now? You know, that can also mean spending time with family, spending time with friends. Hey, every phase in our life is different. Every season of life is different. Maybe this time is to work on self-love, work on healing, work on relaxing. Not every moment of every day or every period of our lives has to be on go. Doesn't have to always be quote unquote on. You don't have to put a mask on to be liked or loved. No. And I don't want you to. I don't want you to put on a mask. Just be yourself. Have fun. And the people that is for you will be for you. For real. No matter if you curse, no matter if you're sad, no matter if you're frustrated, no matter if you don't attend a party or forgot to tell someone happy birthday. It's okay. You know? Mental health. Take care of it. Your mental and emotional health. Take it one step at a time. Feel your emotions. Because you're listening to this reminder for a reason. And yeah, you're probably feeling anxious. So, your feelings are valid. Then, after you take a step back, right? After you take a step back, look at the thoughts that led to those feelings or the result of those feelings, right? Is it all the way true? Do you have all the information that you need? And can you rewrite the story? See how that feels. And last but not least, did you, this is a really big question, did you let go of all the people, places, and things that you don't want to bring on your journey? Let me ask that again. Did you let go of all the people, places, and things that you don't want to bring on your journey? They may be people in your life right now that is not serving you, like in the sense of they're bringing more drama than need be at this period in time. You know, people change and everyone has their own journey as well. But right now, can you let the people that is too much for you at this time go? You know? You need to take care of you first and foremost. You need to love you first and foremost. Do you need to move? Do you need to move out of a house? Move out of an apartment? Move out of a place? Do you have to change locations? Do you have to donate or sell or give away things that you no longer want, need, or, you know, it's no longer serving you? Yeah, think about it. Do you need to block people? Do you need to change your number? Do you need to delete social media? Whatever you gotta do, have you done it? Think about it. I give you time. So, whatever it may be, you probably didn't. If you're feeling the stress, the anxiety, the overwhelm, the burnt out, or the frustrations, whatever that you're feeling at this moment, that you needed a reminder how much you're a fucking badass you are, you probably didn't release everything. You know, every phase is different. You probably went through a purge and did it like a month or so ago, though you might have to do it again, reevaluate your life now. You might have to do it again. Go through your phone, go through your social media, go through your things, and let go. Yeah, it's okay. So, I wanted I know I said that was finally, though I forgot to tell you that I love you. You are doing so well. Whatever you may be feeling, feel them. Though I am so proud of you. I really am. I love you so, so much that you got to where you are now. You are so resilient. There has been a lot of things in your life because I am you, you know? So I know you have been through so much. A lot of things could have broke you and you might have felt broken or feel broken now, though you're not. It's not true. You're not broken, even if it feels like it. You are resilient, you know, or you may not know, though you are. You're one of the most stubborn person I know. You're so adamant in your decisions, even when it does not make any darn sense. You you keep going. You defy the status quo, defy the expectations as of late and before as well of what people expected of you. You thought that you were conforming to people's expectations to always be happy. No, that's not true. People only thought you was always happy because that's what you presented. I don't think they assumed that you didn't have any other emotions besides from happy. That would be absurd. Yes, they were surprised that you showed other emotions, but that doesn't mean they thought that you didn't have them. No, that was the construct that you believe quote unquote perfect was. Girl, your perception of other people's expectations may not have been what it was, even though it surely seems like it. Though those expectations is so hard to live up to, even if it was true. Even if people thought you should, quote unquote, should be always happy, that is an absurd expectation. Yes, you're Asian. Okay. There are stereotypes, yes. Though you're also a person. Just because you had excellent grades doesn't mean you didn't work hard for them. You know, you did you. You did sports, you're athletic. You were really great at what you did. You know, that does not mean that, oh, you're Asian, so it's expected. Other people's expectations has nothing to do with you. It does not. Just because people expect it doesn't mean you had to deliver, but you did. You know, you excelled, and you happen to be Asian as well. Yeah, that's okay. Don't feel so stuck to that. Oh, you should be a certain type of success. You are paving your own path. You're so persistent. You're paving your own path that not a lot of people did for your demographic. And that's so brave. You thought you wasn't courageous? That is brave. You know? It doesn't matter about people's judgments or opinions, or if they understand you, or validate you, or give you permission. It does not matter. This is your life. And let me tell you, I love you. You know? Right now, I love you, and I'm not sure if you love yourself at this very moment, but I am you, so you do love yourself. I am you, so you do love yourself. Even if you may not feel it this particular moment, you are worthy of love. I love how charismatic you are, though that does not mean you had to be charismatic every second and every day. No. I love how honest you are, you know? Even in moments when people did not expect you to be so blunt, you are. You speak your mind. Let me remind you that you didn't even have to be brave because you do it naturally. You know, that is so good. That is so good that you are yourself. Don't let anyone dim your light. And don't let yourself dim your light. Stop letting yourself, if you're at this particular stage right now or moment, stop letting other people influence you to the point of not going all in, and stop getting in your own way. Don't let the fears win. No. You want it, you got it. For real. You want it, you got it. Whatever it is that you want. You want multiple houses, you want to move. What do you want? Because our interests may change. Our desires may change from day to day, month to month, from year to year. So at this phase in your life, be honest with yourself. What do you really want and what do you want? You know, your absolute non-negotiables. And yeah, you can have it all. You can have it all. Whatever you want and what you really want, you can have it all. Yeah. Remember, you're worthy regardless, and I love you. And you love yourself. Yeah, I think that's it for today. You can always come back and listen to this episode again because this is for you. And you probably would listen to this multiple times, and that's okay. Don't judge yourself because this is almost like a love letter to yourself because I am you. This is your reminder that you got this, whatever it is that you are putting your mind to, that no matter the obstacles, you got this. Now, recollect yourself, um, find what you're, remember, not find, you can find it too. Find or remember what you are grateful for. Be mindful. Write some poetry again. Dance. Drink some water and eat some food. For real. If you haven't did those already, freshen up, take a shower, and wash out all that energy. And most importantly, get some rest. Get some rest, get some sleep. You are worthy of sleep. Oh man, I forgot to tell you. If you didn't know, now you know. You're worthy of sleep. Sleep is so important. You do not have to earn sleep, by the way. Who in the world told you that you had to earn sleep? You are already successful. Look at all the things that you have, where you have been, and the things that you accomplished, the people you have met. Reflect on those. You're already successful. Look at your resume if you haven't already. Look at the things you've already done. Girl, you're worthy of sleep. Sleep is so important for your mental, emotional, and mental health. For real. Take care of yourself. You're worthy of it. Sleep is an act of self-love. Practice it. Practice it, you know. Give yourself the rest you need. I love you, and I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited to hear from you again when you express yourself, you write your poetry, when you do another podcast episode. I'll be waiting. Until next time, I'll see you soon.